Let's just go right into our articles here right today, and we're going to show you some, I think, really cool stuff. All right, so our very first article that we're going to look at is what is the DXY? So this is what you're going to hear about on the news all the time, the DXY, or the US dollar index. And what is that? What is that supposed to mean? This is what you're hearing in the news, that you have a strong dollar, okay? Massively strong US dollar index, 106. This is the value of a euro. So if you hear in the news right now, everyone from America is going to Europe right now on those trips because it is super cheap. $1.06 is what it's at. Okay, what on earth does that mean? I don't even know. So let's go to this chart and we're going to look at see what it has been over history. If you look at history, it has been as low as down here at 72. It was all the way up in 2001 at $1.12. And what year was this? In 2008, it was all the way down at 72. But if we look back at where we are today, we're at 106 today. It has not been that high since way back in 2002. For 20 years, the dollar has not been this strong. So let's break it down. What does it mean for the dollar to be strong? It's the strongest it's been in 20 years. What it means is that if Americans are going outside of America and going to travel to Europe or Australia or whatever, they have a very strong dollar, so everything will be cheap to them. But anybody who is settling any accounts anywhere in US dollars, or anybody visiting the United States, now things are going to cost them a lot more. So US is a powerhouse on the world stage. So although a strong dollar sounds good, it's not really good when it comes to exporting anything or having any tourism coming to your place. In reality, you've seen a lot of other countries, especially China, that keeps devaluing their currency. They print a lot more of it and devalue it, so it's more attractive to export. Very, very important for you to understand that. We actually don't want a super, super strong dollar right now. But when we look at the world basket and all these different things that are out there, a lot of other countries are doing a poorer job than the United States. All right, so let's get back into this article, right? So we saw in this chart, it has not been this strong since the 2002. Okay, that's a big one. But what is a DXY? Okay, this is also important for us to see. It tells us what is in. Now just go and Google this, okay? DXY is the symbol for the US dollar index, which we just looked at, which tracks the price of the US dollar against 6 foreign currencies. Now, it's aiming to give an indication of value of the US dollar in global markets. So this isn't measuring that the US is the best country in the world. That's not what it's measuring. It's measuring against only 6 other currencies and just seeing where are you on that scale compared to those 6 other countries. Okay, what other 6 countries are there? Also, very quickly, just Google this. What currencies are inside the US dollar index? The US dollar index contains the euro, which is completely in the toilet right now. The Japanese yen, completely garbage. It's sinking. The British pound, not doing very well since Brexit. The Canadian dollar, where I am, not doing very well at all. We're printing a lot of money. The Swedish krona and the Swiss franc. Okay, and remember, this too can always be manipulated depending on the times, because does it mean that each one of them are weighted perfectly in that calculation? No, I think that the euro now, they're putting most of the weight on the euro. 38% of the whole calculation, those 6 countries, all is on the euro. So my goodness, if the euro is in trouble, which it is, it'll really make your dollar look really, really good, right? So understanding what that means, it kind of is where people are having a hard time putting these two things together, because when you sit down and watch the news and you hear on one hand, the dollar is super strong, beefcake, and then at the same time, you're hearing that the economy is weak. How does your brain process that? How can you be strong and weak at the same time? And it's really the devil's in the details. So the dollar looks good compared to the other countries because they're doing a worse job. Okay. But if you just try and get that through your head. I'm not going to show you a picture here, which I've been excited to show you guys. I think it's hilarious. This is how I think of it. Ready for this? It's the cleanest toilet in the public bathroom. Okay. That's how it is, because they're all doing a poor job. All of them. All right. So the US economy is not doing well, but Canada's economy is in shambles. The euro is even worse. The yen is in big trouble. So if they're all doing terrible, we're just doing slightly better than the rest. That's it. This is not like a glowing review. You know what I mean? That's how I think of it. It's the cleanest toilet in the public bathroom. And you know what? I argue with people to find me a better way of looking at it. Okay. This is also how I look at it. Look at this picture. Tell me if you think this is funny. Now, this guy, different story. He wanted to be a bodybuilder, right? So he doesn't want to go to the gym at all, but he just injected a whole bunch of oil into his wrists, into his biceps, and made them look huge. But the guy has no muscle whatsoever. And this kind of, to me, is the US dollar. They are pumping it up, making his biceps look huge. And look at how strong we are. But really, there is no bite behind it. You like that? I think that's kind of funny. Anyway, so you guys, when you hear that the dollar is high and the economy is low, this is what it means, the DXY. And the Canadian dollar where I'm living is thrown into that. Canada's in a lot of trouble. You know, Canada is not quite as old as the States. I think it's 160 years old or something, but 50% of all the money ever in existence was made since COVID started. The exact same thing as the United States. I think they've been around for 250 years or something, and 50% of the money that they've ever created was created just in the past 2.5 years. So this is a massive, massive inflationary pressure. And our good old friend, Milton Friedman, the economist, the Nobel Prize winning economist, he always says that it is a monetary phenomena, that printing of money. So we have to be really, really careful with that. We should do another video on Milton Friedman and how to cure inflation. We're going to get on that. But I wish you guys the very best. If you even know one person that this could help, can you please take the time, like this video, send it to them, see if you can help them out. I'm always here for your health, wealth, and happiness, as you always know. And we're just trying to grow our channel and get that news out there and try and help people, because this is going to come back and hit you right in your real estate, right in your stocks. Imagine if it's hard for the US to ship stuff out and it's hard for anyone to come visit because things are so expensive. They're going to ship less exports, which means they're going to have to lay off employees. And if they lay off employees, they can't pay for their mortgages. If they can't pay for their mortgages, home prices are going to go down. This is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like a doom loop that you're going down. The same thing is going to drag down all of the exports. It's going to drag down houses, drag down stocks, drag down everything, worse than they already are. So we want you to be prepared and not scared of what's coming. And there's a lot more very dark clouds on that horizon. And we just want to let people know what we think you do, what I'm going to be doing with my own self, my own plans on how to get through this, because there's going to be some tough times, but there's going to be some great deals on the horizon. Anyway, I'm always there for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I try to get to all the comments, so I really appreciate them. Thank you, everybody.